We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Take it in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some room to work. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 51 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. And this one too low. The Cowboys at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 19-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Prescott fires one out wide, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 21. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. The full start backs him up 5. First and 15. And Howe will throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 2nd and 15 now. Powell. And he's going to be brought down. Back in his own 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. That's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time. Now a gain of 20 here. It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender. And that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Prescott from the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Now Prescott on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Play action now, Prescott. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. In motion, the tight end. Second down and a run by Robinson. Shoves him away. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. This time they'll throw it with Howell. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down throw for Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Powell throwing on third down here. He's going to let it go again. It's caught inside the 25. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Powell looking to throw again. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
On 2nd and 10, Powell. This to McLaurin out on the left side. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Foul to the air on 1st and 10. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. To throw again on 2nd down. Powell. That one complete out to Dotson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. On 3rd down, Robinson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. 1st down, Howell to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 21. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On first down, Howell. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Third and long, here's Howell. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Going for it on fourth. Here's Howell. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 95 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Prescott to throw it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken at the 37. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders. Right at the 50-yard line. He'll start with a give to Robinson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Neville Gallimore on the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out and check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Powell out of the shotgun. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. A first down carry by Allen. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Micah Parsons able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell throws right side, and that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they go play action with Howell. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Robinson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneaking.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. the throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Sly on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike.
He's got a man, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Dallas, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.